Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to FTB Interactions. So, since last episode, I'm at the point now where I'm getting hooked to the pack. So, it actually hasn't been that long since last episode because I wanted to get moving again. One thing I did do is I did set up a little area just right outside. I'll pop out here real quick. Where I'm growing cohosh, but that's all I've done. I mean, well, as far as here. And I got everything moved over from the island. And one thing to note, I did discover after the fact, I was setting multiple homes. I can do that because I'm an admin on the server. I didn't even realize that. So what's funny is I've used a bunch of claim chunks, and I have figured out, if I pull up the map here, I explored a little bit more, as you can see, and this is awesome. This little area, that's where the Astral Temple was. We're not going to use that one because, of course, we have one here. But I've actually claimed most of this area, and I've also claimed some up here, and I'll show you what's up there. It's really, really cool. But I love this area. You kind of have the stream that kind of runs through, and it's very, very lush, and it's surrounded on all sides by snow and deep, high mountains. It's actually a glacier spike biome up here, which is really, really cool. And I was wanting to have a snow build anyways, and having a snow build and a mystical forest biome build is going to be really, really cool. And it really wasn't that far from where we started out, which is also pretty cool. And it looks like there's a spruce forest over here. I haven't really explored it yet. And then, of course, some kind of a forest over here. But what I'm thinking is we're going to build all over this place. And we're going to have a lot of our farms down here in this kind of warm mystical forest area. And then we're going to have more of our base up here in the snow area. So I think it's going to be kind of fun. If we take this teleporter, okay, you ready for this? I think it's daytime. It should be daytime. If we warp over, okay, we are now over here on the far side of this. And I actually have this claimed. If you notice, I have used 733 claim chunks right now. Basically just kind of claiming out this area and drawing a path from this area to the other. It's really, really far, so I'm glad they gave us these teleporters so I can actually move across my base. But if we step outside of here, this is I was really, really impressed by this. This is so cool. Okay, so I've built this little dirt block pathway here, and look at this. Let me actually turn off clouds. Clouds are going to get annoying living up here. But yeah, so we're at Y114, so there's plenty of space for us to build, and there's this really cool rounded out structure. And then there's just ocean and ice down below us, and high cliffs, and it's cool. It's so cool. So we're going to build up here, in fact. And then down there in the mystical forest, and then in between it, we'll probably build, some kind of a road. That's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I started exploring, then I found this, and I was like, oh, man. I just found a base, and I moved all my stuff, and now I'm going to have to move it again. But then I was like, okay, well, no. We're going to build in both of them. So, but anyways, what I want to do first up, the very first thing I want to do is I want to grab our iron. I want to make a bucket, an actual real-life, real-person bucket, which these can be made, right here. We're going to need 3 iron plates and a hammer. And iron plates, we can make these with a hammer and double iron ingots. And those are crafted with a hammer and 2 ingots. So let's go ahead. What did I do with my mallet? I brought one. I had one. Oh, I'm actually going to need... Okay. I'm going to need an actual mallet this time. Okay, JEI is all over the place. Aluminum hammer becomes an iron hammerhead. A stick, tungsten steel, okay. I think just 6 iron would make an iron hammer. I don't know. I'm going to try that. A little bit more expensive than I was hoping for. Yeah, okay, we can get an iron hammer that way. Then I can take that and go bam, bam, bam. Get 3 of those, 3 iron plates. And then, and I wonder if this will actually work with that hammer now. Yes, we can get a bucket that way. Okay, perfect. Perfect. I'm just going to, oh, I can't put that in the toolbox. No. Okay, I'm going to use this little table to store Yeah, to store tools in. Okay, so we got an actual bucket, and then what I want to do is I want to get a stone drum. Or actually, I think I'm going to go ahead... Oh, but I got to get a knife. I can make a knife with flint. And, okay. Okay, so there is our knife. And then we can... I got to get my wood set up back. But we'll do that. There's... I'm going to need 2 bowls, actually. Used to the recipe making 3, and... Not used to it. Okay, so we're going to need cobblestone, and we can do cobblestone slabs. Perfect. I like it. So, cobblestone slab is... Oh, it's actually cut in that. Okay. So I'm going to need 2 crafts of that. And then the stone drums. There we go. There's 2 of those. And we got a quest complete. It is... Whereabouts? Right here. Stone drum. Okay. And then it leads into a portable tank, which takes copper plates and stuff. So we're going to actually have to get into mining. I did make a little mining tunnel that goes down to like a Y12. I didn't find anything. But we do need to... One thing we do need to get is a scanner. It's 8,192 EMC for the scanner. And then 1,024 for the blank scanner module. And then... Rare ores... blocks. Okay, so it's mainly going to be covalence dust to get that. Okay, that's great. So what we're going to do is let's head off in this direction. I know there's one thing over here that I want for sure. I passed it up and then I was like, well, I ain't going to worry about it right now because I didn't have any way to store it and move it. And yeah, but if we head off, it's actually close to the water. But see, I'm thinking this little valley here would just be perfect for have like just farms. Just cut down a lot of these trees and just have these like rolling farms down here. Maybe keep some of the trees so I kind of have a... Oh no. Oh my gosh. There is a wisp that is just murdering me. Maybe Magical Forest was a bad idea. I don't... Alright. I don't have any potions on me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, it's right over here, I think. So maybe I can bypass the gaze of that evil wisp and... Yeah, right here. Oh. I think that's a peck, actually. But anyways, our stone drum, we're going to go ahead and just start filling this up with mana. I actually should have made 3 of these. I need to keep, like... Well, I need to make a bunch of these, really, but... there we go. There's that. And then I'm going to warp home. And I should have some potions made up. Yes. I need to get more cohosh. That's fine. I'll get that here in a minute. Because it's right outside the door. I'm going to get some proper farms. The only reason I didn't start doing farms, I was trying to, but there's so many mobs that spawn around here because of the trees that I constantly have zombies. And so one thing I would like to do is get torches. There's a couple ways that we can do that. We can either try to go find lignite or, you know, something like that to mine, to make torches, or we need to find mineral. And we can actually craft mineral, but we are going to have to get some mana production up and going before we can do that. I don't know if it spawns naturally. I haven't seen any, but then again, I've pretty much been in snow biomes, so, you know, it kind of comes with the territory. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But another thing I would like to do is I'd like to get the ore scanner. I might as well go ahead and get the blank module because I'm going to need it. I could make iron shears. Is it really worth it? No, not really. Okay, well, while we're waiting, we still have another stone drum to fill up. And what we are going to do is we are going to open this up. This is a little pathway that kind of leads down to a mine. I have it blocked off because I didn't really have torches to fill it. And I don't want to... Oh, my torch is not... There we go. I don't want to have to do the bark thing because it's only one torch. And it just... it's just... It drains my hunger and all that stuff, so... But anyways, right down here we have lava. Lots and lots of lava. So I wouldn't mind just dumping all this stuff into this barrel. And I also looked it up, and the melter does accept lava. Because we're actually probably going to be using that today, in fact. So, but I looked, and it does accept lava. It's just, I forgot that there's a certain way. Can I do that and the stone drum not burn me to death? Seems like it. I think tanks will burn you, but I guess stone drums will not. Actually, I'll just warp. There's no downside to it, so I'll just warp up here. And we'll set that right there. So we have a full drum of mana, a full drum of lava. I'd also like to get a full drum of water just so we have it on hand. Of course, we live near a river, so we have infinite water in the river and the ocean. So, and then we've got 64 and 64 of those, which is great. But let's go ahead. I want to grab... Let me actually grab this back really, really quick. I should have grabbed one of their buckets. We're going to dump some lava into that. And, oh, I'm actually getting low on iron, though. That's the thing. Okay, yeah, I think we're going to have to get a pure daisy, really, before we can do much of anything with a lot of stuff. And that's one thing I was wanting to get, and that's what we're going to use the mana for. But to do this, we're going to have to get a healing salve, which really isn't that bad. Like any kind of flower or seeds and a dandelion. But we're also going to have to find an oxeye daisy, which might actually be a little bit more difficult because I don't have, like, planes readily available. So I may have to do a little bit of searching for that. I've got some boats. Let me actually dump. But I'd like to make a better pick so that we can actually, like, go out and mine effectively. But yeah, I think I'm going to go running through the night because the ocean's just right over here. Basically top this hill and go down, and there you go. So I think we can get into the ocean before anything comes after us. I've actually noticed it's kind of funny because I have so many mobs spawning here during the day. Because there's so many dense trees and stuff, and I guess, like, on the server, there's not as many mobs spawning around other people's bases, you know, during the day. But at night, I have less mobs spawning than in the day, which is kind of interesting. But okay, so we're going to head out over the ocean. Now that we have a place to call home and stuff. Ooh, that looks like a siren rock. I don't want to go near that. Because I will die. I will probably, like, insta-die or close to it, I'm sure. Ooh, I see some really big... I love Hardcore Darkness. You know, I stuck it in the pack as well as the immersive lighting. I have it in the pack that I've been working on, and I just love it. It's so good. It's just so, so good. Like, that is so pretty. But I'm looking for plains. It's such big mountains here. Like, we could do the Enigmatica builds in this area. I'm sure. That's a siren rock. I'm fairly certain. I don't want to go near those. I'd rather avoid those like the plague. Truth be told. Any kind of rock sticking up out of the water like that, not going near them. Alright. This place. Not a plains biome, but I can gather up some leaves pretty easily and quickly. Well, I was about to say, I can also get dark oak saplings here, but I've got infinite of them, basically, with EMC, so that's not a big deal. I can steal. I really need to start, like, stockpiling all the different kinds of plants that I can find. Quest completed, the African lily. I haven't been collecting plants because my inventory tended to be filled up, but... Oh, it looks like there's, like, a quest for all the plants, too. And ginseng root, we do want to get that. Sorry, dear. I'm not sure if these have uses. Magical brewing cauldron from plants. Okay. And that is used for... Oh, you make potions with plants. Okay. Okay. You know, I'd seen the plants mod on the... When I was looking at mods, I'd seen the mod plants, but I didn't really look into it too much. Hey, that looks like a plains biome. Kind of. Yeah, I see oxeye daisies right there. Okay, so we're going to head over here then. That's just squid. Oh, and I see a dandelion. Good, because I can make a healing salve with that. And of course we can make those plant balls too. If we need to double anything, we can make those. But we're going to get our oxeye daisy, which is going to be awesome. And that means we can make lots of things like crafting stations, glass. So I'm thinking that maybe the... we might have to look into the plants crafter because that might be kind of useful. I'm not sure if it beats out rustic, like once you get, especially once you get to the second, like once you go to the nether and get nether bricks and whatever else is needed in this pack to make the advanced one. Not for sure. I kind of want to make, well, oh, and here's barren strawberry. Huh. And there, I guess there's quests for all of these. Is there like a plants section or something? Party equipment, magic stick. Ah, it's right here. Oh, I see. It looks like the plants that are in the area, like barren strawberry, means there's probably soapstone veins down there. I guess. I'm going to mark it as a soapstone. I'm going to say soapstone question mark. And, oh, that's nifty. And then Nickelback is everlasting peas. So if I find this one, that could mean there's coal. Diamond is Cambridge blue, which I've seen that all over the place. Around in the icy biomes. Iron is ghost orchid. Okay, that is something I'd like to find. Yeah, see, there's more barren strawberries. So maybe I shouldn't just be breaking every single plant that I find. Maybe I should just... there's a ghost orchid. Hey. Awesome. So that means that there is maybe a... Yeah, let's go down here. I don't think I've got the pick durability for this, but I do have sticks, so... Okay, I can make a few picks. And then I can make, I can make a few torches, and then I can make some picks once I get down there. So, I want to make a new pick, and that's one thing I'm working towards, but I'm working towards it right now, so. And you know, it actually probably talks about it, because I just thought there's, what's mine is mine. It says, in GregTech CE's generation, the world is divided into sections that are 3 by 3 chunks big. The origin is set to generate one large vein every section as a rough approximation. These veins can easily be 2 by 2 chunks large and hold hundreds of ores. And we'll go ahead and accept that. And then stay aloe to my little friend. Plants from the Literal Plants mod flourish above large mineral veins. Certain breeds have adapted to grow on top of specific mineral deposits, indicating where ores are underground. Then there's also this quest that we finished last episode. What's in your head zombie. It says zombies are more balanced than ever. They can spawn with random enchanted armor, including helmets. They have a chance to be riding a cute zombie pony. Can now do jump attacks. They've been hitting the gym and have 30 HP instead of 20 and knockback resistance. In exchange for all this, baby zombies now burn in sunlight. What an amazing deal. And it's actually kind of funny. The baby zombies burn in sunlight, and if they're burning and they get into water and they're like, you know, it's trying to catch them on fire and they're in water, it makes so much racket. It's like... I was sitting there and I was actually like wandering around and I didn't even hear the baby zombie like coming up behind me. But I happened to be like starting to kind of swim through some water, and that's when I heard the baby zombie, because he made so much racket going through the water because he kept setting on fire and getting extinguished, basically. So, just a heads up, if you hear that sound, that might be what that is. Now see, if I'd had the scanner right now, I could have just scanned this. But I didn't make the scanner first, so now I've got to mine it all. Oh, there's a mine shaft down here too. And that looks like, yeah, banded iron ore. Aha! But, oh man, there's ores down here. There's iron, there's malachite, yellow limonite. That's all, I guess, iron, but steel. I think that's all iron. I could be wrong. Okay, so I can mine all this stuff. I'm going to just start mining it up. And we got a task complete, banded iron ore. And we'll probably get another one for getting malachite, I'm assuming. Yes. Iron vein. Okay, we got to get brown limonite, yellow limonite, and nickel. Okay, well, I've got to make some space because I want all this stuff. I don't need tomato seeds at all. Okay, I think it's neat that they've got the plants basically telling you like what's down there. That is awesome. Because normally, you know, like you're pretty much just mining with GregTech. So the fact that it's all like very much, oh man, I didn't really want that to go down there. I do really love GregTech's like ore generation. Because once you do come across the stuff you're looking for, it's like a wonderful day. Okay, and what have I not mined so far? Just nickel. Okay, it doesn't seem like nickel's super common. It's more of like a bluish looking mineral. So I'm gonna have to find some of that. Which I don't think I'm gonna find any this trip. But I've marked it so I can always come back. Nickel's probably just rare and spawns like somewhere in these chunks, you know. Okay, I've been mining for a bit, and I've got 2 stacks. I went ahead and just filled out these stacks. So I've got 2 stacks of banded iron, 2 stacks of brown limonite, 1 stack of yellow limonite, and then I've got 45 malachite. So I think we're pretty good on iron, and I've got this marked. I can come back later. So we'll go ahead and warp on back, and let me go ahead and dump in all these leaves we collected. We still need a bunch, though. Well, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and just throw this stuff into here. Okay, and what we can do is, let me dump that as well. There we go. And actually, is it day? Because I need more cohosh. It's about to be day. Okay. One thing that we can do is, let's see, does this work for all of them? Like if I melt down, I didn't finish the Iron Vein quest, but that's okay. Yeah, I can melt this down. I can melt down the banded iron. Okay, so what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to make ourselves a porcelain faucet. So I'm going to need some more unfired porcelain and all that stuff. I need to make another clay kiln. At least until we find a village as well. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and break down both these bones. And we'll go ahead and get... There's quite a bit of clay. And then I need to get... I guess I'm just going to go ahead and get 2 of these for right now. Whenever you break them, they break down into bricks. That's why I don't have them anymore. So... And I guess really I could make a flint and steel now, but... I don't know, these whittled fire sticks still do pretty good, so. And then our clay kilns, and then our unfired porcelain. We need to try to find a village at some point, if we want a furnace, but we can, there's other furnaces in the pack, so we could work towards those. Alright, so that got us 1 ingot, melting that down. I don't know, it doesn't really show in JEI what we get for melting it. I kind of wish it did, but, it doesn't. Oh, there's dense iron ore. But anyways, I'm just going to go ahead and add all of that in there and get that going. And then now that we've got our pure daisy, because I want to get, like, the tool station would be nice. We do need to make healing salve, which we've got a knife. Let's go ahead and do that. Healing salve, you can heal with it, but the potions of regen are really cheap, so might as well just go with those, I think. Let's see, seeds, and then it seems like any kind of flower, and then a dandelion, specifically. Alright, so there's our healing salve, and then we got a quest complete from that, and that is... Just out of curiosity... Oh, right here. Bacon pancakes and a band-aid from that. Oh, because apparently we had a healing salves and band-aids in the... Yeah, we would have them in the Skyblock, but we didn't do that quest, so... Oh, and there's a quest here to give us an extra Tome of Knowledge, so... I'm going to go ahead and mark that off so the quest is done, and we can just EMC that book. Okay, so we got 4 ingots in there now. I'm going to keep melting this stuff down, though. Because we're going to need a bunch of these ingots. And then there's that. We'll get that melting one more time. I need to go make a casting table. Alright, so one thing I want to go ahead and make is, let me grab 1 bucket of mana. We'll dump that into there, and then if we take our healing salve and our oxide daisy, we can get our pure daisy. There we go. The purest of them all. And that's probably in the magic stick. Yes. Oh, and that's mana bucket is there. And pure daisy. Okay, and then they want us to get V crystals. Any kind of V crystal for that. Oh, they want us to make the Jaded Amaranthus. Oh, that's a little bit later. Salus Mundus. So we're going to have to get a little ways into Thaumcraft. Plus we have to do some Thaumcraft alchemy to be able to make it. But anyways, we've got a pure daisy. So we should celebrate that by getting some quality of life things. Namely, let me pull this up real quick. I had to throw my axe down in the mine to make space. So, but I'm going to open this up just a little bit. And right down here, we're going to put our pure daisy there. And then we're going to convert our crafting table. Then I also need to convert... Well, I need to convert one of these basic work tables. I guess I'll do this one. There we go. And that stuff's done. I'm going to have to go get some more bones. I'm probably going to have to run the water strainer just a little bit. But anyways, there is our porcelain casting table. So now we just need some way of pumping it. I'm going to put it right there. And then if we wanted to make a mold or a cast... start with a blank cast chisel. Ah, we chisel them in this pack. Interesting. So, we're going to need either 2 ingots of gold per cast, 1 ingot of brass, or 1 ingot of aluminum brass. Okay, so pretty standard there. I mean, I do have some gold. I have 6. You know, I kind of wonder if I shouldn't just use those 6. This stuff should be done. Yeah, we've got our crafting station and our tool station. So, okay, and then we got a quest complete crafting party equipment, which is right here. So there is a little quest line here for what is with the random quest being completed? I don't understand. Well, anyways, I'm gonna drop this tool station off in here for right now. And I want to go out and find... Actually, I should probably leave this here, too. I want to have a quick look around... What's that? Diamond? It flashed a diamond there for a second. I want to run around the magical forest. I want to see what kind of flowers we have. Because I wasn't really paying attention. There are pecks all over this forest, by the way. They spawn all over here. That's nether quartz, silver. Okay. I still remember that's there. I'm just kind of leaving it there for right now. Oh, there's everlasting P. Which is... That one was nickelback. And there's African lilies again. Which was... what was it? Apatite veins. There's oxide daisies right here. Oh, this one. No. No! And there's a spider tree spawner right over there. I hate baby zombies. Crassula subludula is a thing. Well, I think that was some of the flowers I was looking for. I could have swore. The one was... Oh, cataplant and cataplant. Emerald and air infused vein and air and beryllium veins. Okay, but the Crassula subluda, or whatever, is entropy and quartz veins. And then the Siloria, that's coal, actually. Okay, I want that, in fact. Because a coal vein, I could just start lighting up all the things. Which would be awesome. And the entropy crystals being down here would be kind of nice, too. entropy and quartz. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab one of those flowers so it completes the quest. And then I'm going to head back over here and let that little baby zombies out of my way. Oh my gosh. Oh, cave spiders are going to be so bad in this pack. Oh my gosh. Like one bite from a cave spider just took away all the health I'd regenerated. We got a Hell Infusion 4 and Masterwork. Enchanted Book deals extra magic damage in the nether. We got an Ender Sword with 2000 durability. That's actually kind of nice to find. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to take all this stuff. And I'll just dump off that. The sun's starting to set anyways. I wouldn't mind digging down over here though. Oh, but there's... yeah, I'm going home. I am warping back home because I'm a coward. Now I know a losing battle when I see one. That's not gonna be a fun fight at all. Oh, but that is a nice find right here. Like a very, very nice find. Plus that Hell Infusion 4 Masterwork book is really nice. But at least I know a place I can go get coal. So that's good. Okay, it has been a while since I cut. Basically, I've just been working around, you know, it's kind of just that getting started period. So we will cut a bit here and there. But anyways, I did, well, for one, I'm actually on the server with quite a few people, as you can see. I have went up to 4 deaths. Okay, I've died 3 times since the last cut. One of let's see, the first time I tried to take a boat out, and I started going across the ocean, and right about in here I died. Right about in here, you can see there's some kind of a dungeon down in there, but right around in there I died. Yeah, actually, old death. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and delete that. So I died there. That was a sea serpent. He swam up and killed me. He was making a sound effect, and then just I insta died. Over here, I died again. And this time, I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to use the ocean because they're sea serpents and they're starting to come out in mass. And I was like, well, it's kind of dangerous. So I crossed the ice. I went over here and got insta-shot. Or it wasn't insta-shot. It was a 2-shot. Hippogriff flew down and pow, pow, just killed me really, really quick. So I died there. This time, right here, I died. I was working on a farm and I hadn't walled it in yet. And a zombie snuck up behind me and killed me in 1 hit. So I died there. I was low health, to be fair, but I stepped out and it was my bad. I should have thought about the fact that I had low health at the time. But anyways, right here I have set up our strainers, so we do have these things. I need to put more strainers in them, but I have had these running a little bit, which this seems to work pretty well. They aren't full efficiency. I'll go ahead and tell you. I mean, one of these has like, let's see, let me find the efficiency meter. I'm actually not worried about the efficiency on them. Later on, we'll set them up with better efficiency. But you can see that one's plus 10%, that one's -5, plus 7, -5, -35, and -5. So when we set them up for good, we'll probably put them in the ocean because it gives a really good boost. But for right now, I just threw them down here because, you know, why not? And that way they're generating materials. So... also, back in here, this is like food. This is actually about to go outside. It's food and plants. But anyways, one thing I have been working on is just walling this up. It's not going to stay cobblestone, but I need a place where I can get outside and farm and do things and have some open space to work in without being harassed by mobs. So that's the purpose of this. And I'll show you what all that is here in just a second. But one thing I have done is I built this. You can see it actually sticks out 1 block. From the rest of the wall, and that's so that spiders can't climb it. So that's the purpose of that. And then here it kind of wraps up and around and goes like that. So, but that way I have a little outdoor area that I can work from. Over here, let's see, this is automated. Oh, that did not get picked up. Let's see. It was working pretty well. But it seems like some of the wood doesn't always go in there, so I still have to check it. So I could probably automate it better, but yeah, you can see it throws it in there. Okay. And then every once in a while it'll do that. Yeah, so I may actually have to change that, but that's fine. That's fine. It still works kind of well. I just didn't want something really size intensive, and so it's not fully automated, so I'll just, you know, if I'm doing wood, I'll just keep an eye on it. So it's got like 5 minutes before it despawns, so it's no biggie. Over here are farms, and I have spread out on the apiaries. Oh, it looks like they're up to... Ooh, are they all up to 64, really? Yes, okay. They generate so fast. They really, really do. And then over here, we've got our ground traps. These don't currently have anything in them. Cohosh planted through here, chamomile, and then over here, more cohosh and ginseng. Because cohosh is kind of our big thing, and then I've started making more elixirs of regeneration, and I went to the river, and I filled up a stone drum with water. So... and then more farms over here. Right now I have lettuce, cucumbers, tomatoes, because those are kind of our staple food. Even though starting next episode we're going to start moving into nutrition, because I need to get that up so we start getting health boosts. I'm not sure if you get any like negatives if you start getting too low, but I don't want to test that. So then I've got cotton and candleberries, because of course candleberries, we can take these with a pot, we can make pressed wax. And then that pressed wax we can combine with string from our cotton plants and make 4 candles at a time. So it's a great way to build up on light sources. And I've actually been using those light sources and going around and lighting up a lot of the woods around us, so we have less mobs spawning, at least right up against the wall. So over here is our pure daisy, and I've actually been using this to convert sand into glass. And I did not know this, but you can actually purchase sand, the table. Oops, I didn't mean to break that. The Project E table. Then I've been taking these glass shards, I turn them into into glass, and then I make glass bottles with them. That way I can build up a bunch of potions of regen. So, and then of course if we had Silk Touch, we could collect it. I'm not sure, I think there is the glass cutter in this pack. There is. So, it does take iron plates, but we could use this for early game Silk Touch to pick up the glass. Or we could go for like a Silky Jewel, which emeralds are actually really easy to get in this pack because the villagers do shed emeralds in this pack. So just a heads up on that. One thing I do need to do, I have been stacking that sand because it's actually kind of nice because it just falls down. But I should do that and get these converted because I want some crafting stations to work with. And then this needs wood or whatever, combustible. We will start working towards a better system for combustibles soon too, but anyways, one thing I want to do before we end out the episode is let me actually get some of this wood here. Yeah, and I'm going to make an oak gate real quick. I'm actually going to go ahead and make 2 because I am planning on making another set of animals, but I do want to get cows. Because even if we can get meat from the ground traps, we can also get dairy from the cows, which would be kind of useful, at least until we get a cow in a jar. Which the milk, we're going to need structural glass before we can do that, so that's fine. That's going to be a little bit, because I'm in no rush to get into the steam power right this second. So, but anyways, if we take devil dust, whoops, the altar doesn't know what you desire. Of course it doesn't. And then we take, I think it's just bone shard, beef, leather, and then if we shift right click, the altar hums pleasantly, and we give this just a second. There we go. General Hansberger is the name of our cow. And then we're going to do this one more time. We're going to get 2 cows, and then shift right click. This Zen summoning is pretty nice, to say the least, and it seems like it auto names them. There's another General Hansberger. I don't have any cobblestone on me. I'll make a pickaxe here in a little bit and I'll move that. But anyways, that way we have some cows, and then of course we can, which I did get carrots. I got these from killing zombies, and I got potatoes from killing zombies. So that's pretty awesome. But I'd like to maybe get chickens or something going. But I think agriculture should be our, first and foremost, our main focus, you know, getting started, because nutrition's going to get, it's going to get bad. So anyways, there's another cow for us. Yay. And I'll continue breeding those. I don't know if it'll be our primary source of beef, but it will be a great source of gathering milk. So, and it looks like we cannot continue milking them. But you can see we get 2% on our dairy if we drink that. And we can actually just drink this whenever we want to. So that is an easy source of dairy. And then we'll get into, we'll start moving into some better foods. So, the cooking for blockhead stuff isn't super far in. It's mainly just a lot of iron plates to make that stuff. And then over here, let's pop back over here real quick. And one thing I want to do, I did consolidate some of this stuff. Let's go ahead. I'm going to use these first 2 pieces of gold. I'm going to go ahead and smelt those down. And I want to get, would be, yeah, right here. Okay, and I've already got some porcelain bricks there. Okay, what I want to do is, let's take this. And I had to make another one of these. I thought I still had one, but I guess it broke on me. And I know my inventory is a mess. I'm working on quite a few different things at the moment, so basically just expanding things out. So, and that's where I'm making devil dust. It's where the pure daisy was, but I moved it. So, but between episodes, I'm going to decide on some food types. I mean, we're at the point now where we could pretty much just start working towards making any food that we want to, because it's pretty much open in this pack, and it doesn't seem to be related to getting the artisan work tables or anything like that. I mean, you can see it's all pretty standard for making all this stuff. So we will start into that, and then it won't be long before we start working on, you know, automating parts of it and just making our lives a whole lot easier in terms of food. So anyways, there's our porcelain faucet. And then what we're going to do is our gold will not melt. Okay, well, I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a casting basin then. Which is going to take seven of these porcelain bricks. I'm going to pour out some of that iron as a block. It's not going to hurt anything. And then, I don't know, I'll just break it. I didn't think about the melter only being able to accept, I think, one type of fluid. And I think that's why it's not melting those down. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our casting basin. And then what we can do is we can just place this here and pour out our iron. So we don't waste it. I'm still going to waste 1 ingot, but I'm not that worried about it, to be perfectly honest. It's whatever. I am going to get stuff sorted between episodes, so just a heads up, promise. And then we'll just break that off. We lose 1 ingot, I'm not concerned. And then we'll throw that in there. And we should be good. Okay, so our molten gold is done. Let me dump off that iron block. Whoops. We'll drop in our porcelain casting table. Then let me get a... I think I can actually just use a brick for this. No, I can't. Okay. So I'm going to have to use an ingot. Can I not make... No, that's right. You have to start as an ingot cast. Almost forgot. And then we're going to need a chisel. But that means really I could just... Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that. I could just make one... I can just make one cast. And then if I want to change it to something, drop it in here and say, let's make... let's have it as an ingot cast. And then I can change, yeah, I can change it into whatever. So I really only have to ever have one cast. That's nifty. So I don't even need, oh, I did mine some coal, by the way. Coal and lignite coal. But you can't, we'd have to make a squeezer and process to get one. Probably not even going to worry about it right now. Because we're actually going to start pushing, I think, towards a coke oven. So we can make, like, really easy charcoal. So, but with the candles, I'm able to like mass produce these. And if we find a mineral tree, then we can use a stick and a mineral berry and make 4 mineral torches. So there's really not a whole lot of point in this pack, I don't think, to make standard torches, because it's just not worth it. Because you're better off making the mineral or the candles. And that iron block, I know we're going to need it later, so that'll be fine. And one thing I can do, just really, really quick. Let me pull up this, and let me step outside. I want to make a hopper and a chest real quick. Or actually, I want to make 2 of them. So there's 2 Whopper Mark IIs. That'll be perfect. And that way we can get some early game ore processing up and going. So, because they gave us a redstone clock, so we might as well go ahead and do this. So we're going to put a chest right there. And then we're going to put that right there. Our whopper up here. And a chest up on top of that. And then what I can do is I can take, say, the banded iron. Because I know I'm going to need a bunch of iron. And I can just throw that in there. It's going to start going into here, into the melter. And then we can take our redstone clock that they gave us. And we can drop this down. I don't think these even work with redstone, so it's not a big deal. Plus, it only pulses every so often, so it's going to move items just fine. But anyways, it's going to start making iron. That iron gets pulled out, dumped into there. And then here in a second, this is going to melt up. And the only thing I'll really have to do is... Which, actually, is there some sort of a... I doubt there's any, like, liquid hopper we can make right this second. But yeah, so there we go. It just melted, and it started pouring that out again. So I can just throw in lots of metals if I want to process them. I don't know that I'm going to process everything, because later on we can process stuff a whole lot better once we start getting into steam power. But this should be good for right now. And one thing we can do, let me actually pull this up. Let me grab our chisel. And let's make a pickaxe head cast. And yeah, because I've got a tool station. And one thing I do need to make is a lever so I can stop that that redstone clock, because I'm not going to want it running all the time. Because, like, for example, whenever I'm making tool parts, I just want to make one and I want it to stop. So we'll... Whoops. I didn't mean to warp over here. There we go. We'll shut that thing off. And then what I can do, I want to make like an iron pickaxe head. So there's that. And then what I'm going to do, the binding and stuff, I don't know if I want to... can I even make a part builder in this pack? Yes, I can. Okay, cool. Let me get this back into an ingot cast. We'll go ahead and release that. This first pick, I'm actually not too worried about the stats on it. But let's go ahead. Okay, there's our part builder. Easy enough. And then we're also going to want a stencil table. So there's that. And I'm just going to drop that right there. Okay, and one other thing I want to make is the pattern chest, because we are going to want that as well. So we'll set that right there. And then, well, I can connect everything if I make a crafting station. Let me go grab one of those real quick. Okay, so if we go to our stencil table, let's drop this stuff in. I want to make a tool rod pattern. And I also want to make a binding, binding, well, there we go, binding pattern. And then our part builder, oh, actually, since this isn't right next to the other one, I can't access it. So let's do that. Let's get ourselves, I want a wooden tool rod. And then for the binding, actually for the binding, let's go ahead and go for, whoops, let's go for paper binding. That should be fine. Ah, paper's been disabled. Okay. I mean, I could go mine something else up, but I really just want like a starter one. Honestly, I may just go with an iron binding. And by the way, I did see some of these flowers, which they can spawn gold in those, in the magnetite ones. They are near the river, the Gloriosa daisies. So, just a heads up on that. There we go. Now we're back in business, and we're building up on a lot of iron, which is good. Okay, so we want a pickaxe. There's our pickaxe. Oops, let me switch these. We have an iron pickaxe, magnetic 3, which will be nice. Mining speed 6, attack 5, 3 modifiers. Not bad. Okay, and I guess I'm just going to toss that one. And we can repair this with iron, so that should be fine. And then really I can make a new sword and axe and all that stuff. So I will work on that so I can get away from the stone tools. I'll work on that between episodes and get us some, you know, just some standard iron type tools that we can use. Because really we're at the point, I've found quite a few more iron veins. I think I'm actually just about out of food. Yeah, I'm pretty much eating stock at this point. But I will work on that between episodes because really we're at the point now where I can easily go gather up more iron. So we should be pretty good on iron at the moment. So, anyways, I am going to end out this episode here. next episode, when we come back, we are going to be continuing on. Like I said, I'm going to look and we're going to come up with a good food for us to eat. And we're going to start working on food. We're going to get some, of course, we'll have some new tools. We might start putting some upgrades on them. We'll see. It just depends. And we might do a little bit more mining. I don't know. And then we might start working towards coke ovens or something like that. I don't know for sure. I'm not for sure, but we'll wing it. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already to stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care, stay safe. I'll see you guys then.